Welcome to Mr. Creepy Teller. This is our 10th episode of Creep Tales. Tonight's chilling tale is called The Endless Hour. So, grab your headphones, dim the lights, and prepare yourself for a story that will haunt your thoughts. Are you ready to step into the darkness? Let's begin.
The clock struck 3:33 a.m. Jason gasped awake, drenched in sweat. The eerie red glow of his alarm clock cast ominous shadows on the walls. His heart pounded in his chest, though he couldn't recall why. Something felt wrong. A loud bang echoed from the living room. Jason's breath hitched. He reached for his phone, but the screen was dead. No service, no Wi-Fi. The world outside his window was pitch black, devoid of stars, devoid of life. Then came the whisper. A faint, guttural voice slithered through the darkness. "You have to stop it, before it begins." He jumped out of bed, his pulse hammering. The air in the room was thick, suffocating. He crept toward the door, his footsteps muffled by the carpet. The hallway stretched longer than usual, impossibly so, as if the house itself was shifting around him. He reached the living room. The TV flickered with static. His reflection on the screen grinned at him. "Not again," the reflection whispered. Jason recoiled. His own voice, but not. It was deeper, distorted. The room pulsed, the walls breathing, the shadows writhing. The air carried the metallic tang of blood. Then, darkness. The clock struck 3:33 a.m. Jason gasped awake, drenched in sweat. His alarm clock's red glow painted the room in eerie hues. His heart pounded. A whisper slithered through the air. "You have to stop it, before it begins." He staggered out of bed. Deja vu hit him like a sledgehammer. He knew what would happen next. The hallway stretching, the flickering TV, the reflection that wasn't quite right. He forced himself forward. "What is this? What's happening?" His voice trembled. The reflection in the screen grinned again. "You're stuck, Jason. We all are." No, this is a dream. It has to be." The walls pulsed. The shadows slithered. A shadow figure loomed behind him, its breath icy against his neck. Jason spun around, but there was nothing. Then, darkness. The clock struck 3:33 a.m. This time, Jason didn't scream. He sat up slowly, gripping his head. The voice whispered again. "You have to stop it, before it begins." He clenched his fists. "How?" No answer. The whisper faded. He stumbled to the living room, refusing to look at the screen. The reflection's grin burned in his memory. "What happens if I break the TV?" he muttered. He grabbed a lamp and swung it with all his strength. Glass shattered. The air split with an unearthly shriek. The house shook violently. The walls cracked, revealing endless darkness beyond. A hand reached out, his own hand dragging him into the abyss. Then darkness. The clock struck 3:33 a.m. Jason sobbed. The cycle wouldn't end. No matter what he tried, he always woke up here, stuck, trapped. But then something changed. A note sat on his nightstand, written in his own handwriting. "The key is in the basement. Burn it." Jason swallowed hard. His house didn't have a basement, did it? He raced to the living room. The carpet felt different beneath his feet. He yanked it back, revealing a wooden trapdoor with an iron handle. His pulse throbbed in his ears. He lifted the hatch. A ladder disappeared into an abyss. Cold air seeped out, carrying the scent of rotting flesh. He descended. A single, flickering bulb illuminated the space. Chains lined the walls, rattling with unseen movement. And in the center of the room sat a wooden chest, ancient and pulsing like a heartbeat. Jason approached it with trembling hands. He forced the lid open. Inside lay a rotting corpse. His own. His decayed doppelganger opened its mouth. Burn it, now before it's too late. The shadows behind him twisted, forming monstrous shapes. Jason grabbed a nearby canister of gasoline, dousing the corpse. He fumbled with a lighter, his fingers slick with sweat. A deep, guttural voice boomed, "You cannot escape." Jason struck the flame. Fire erupted, engulfing the room. The screams of 1,000 trapped souls filled his ears. The world trembled. Then, darkness. The clock struck 3:34 a.m. Jason gasped awake. Sunlight streamed through the window. Birds chirped outside. The air smelled of fresh coffee. He was free, or so he thought. His alarm clock blinked, its numbers shifting. 3:33 a.m. Jason screamed.
If you enjoy listening to episodes like this, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you spine-chilling stories like these. Stay tuned, because even darker tales are just around the corner.